Am I wrong for being angry with my sister for copying my wedding? I, 34 female, got engaged last year to my partner Sam, 36 male. We are not fancy people, but we are deeply sentimental people. We met volunteering at a community garden, so when we started talking about weddings, we wanted something outdoors, relaxed, lots of plants, twinkle lights, mild risk of a bee cameo. After months of looking, we found the perfect venue. It is a small botanical conservatory about an hour away. Glass walls, vines everywhere, space for about 80 guests, and a tiny koi pond that looks like it knows secrets. It was available on our anniversary date, which felt like the universe winking at us. We paid the deposit and signed the contract last spring. Here is where my sister Lily, 32 female, enters, stage left, holding emotional scissors. Lily has been with her boyfriend for about 3 years. They were talking about rings, but not officially engaged when we booked our venue. I told my family about it at Sunday dinner and showed them photos. Everyone was excited. Lily said, "That's so pretty," in the same tone you use when someone shows you a nice lamp. Fast forward 6 months. Lily gets engaged. We are all thrilled. Truly. I cried, she cried, our mom cried. My dad asked about catering like a practical king. A week later, Lily calls me. She sounds careful. She says she and her fiancé toured some venues and nothing felt right. Then she says they went to see that plant place you showed us. I say, oh, the conservatory, already sensing the plot twist forming like a storm cloud shaped like my own face. She says yes and that she felt this instant connection and can just see herself getting married there. I gently remind her that I am getting married there. Silence. Then she says, right, but your wedding is next September. We were thinking maybe spring. So it wouldn't even be close. I tell her I would really prefer if she chose somewhere else. Not because I own the concept of plants, but because it feels weird to have 2 sister weddings at the exact same small venue within months. Same glass walls, same pond, same dramatic fern corner that will absolutely be in every photo. She gets quiet, then says, I just don't think it's fair you get to call dibs on a whole place. I say it is not dibs, it is a signed contract and a date on the calendar. She says I am being territorial and that weddings are about love, not locations. I say yes, but locations cost money and emotional energy, and I already did the work of finding this one. Things escalated. She asked if we would consider switching venues since we aren't as picky and she never gets to have the thing she wants first. That one landed like a brick wrapped in childhood. For context, Lily is the baby of the family. She is wonderful, charismatic, and used to being the star of the show. I am the reliable older sister who brings extra snacks and emotional stability. This dynamic has mostly worked for us, but suddenly we were 12 again fighting over who got the window seat. I told her no. Calmly at first. Then less calmly. I said we had already paid deposits, sent save the dates, and built our entire vision around this space. I said it would feel like she was copying our wedding, even if that was not her intention. I admitted I wanted our day to feel unique, not like part 1 of a botanical wedding double feature. She cried. She said I was making her engagement about me. She said I should want her to be happy. I said I do, just not in my exact glass house with my exact koi. Now my parents are involved in the world's most uncomfortable group chat. My mom says maybe the venue is big enough for 2 different vibes. My dad suggested alternating plant themes, which is not how plants work. My aunt texted me privately that imitation is flattering. My cousin texted Lily that I am being a bridezilla, which feels like a hate crime considering how chill I have been about literally everything else, including letting Sam pick the playlist. Lily went ahead and put a soft hold on a spring date at the same venue. She told me she had to move forward because dates book up fast. I felt weirdly betrayed, like she borrowed my favorite sweater and then tailored it. Sam is on my side, but also tired. He said, I just want to marry you, ideally not inside a family Cold War. Fair. The venue coordinator emailed me asking if we were related to another couple inquiring about a similar setup and floral layout. I wanted to crawl into the koi pond and live there. I finally told Lily that if she books it, I will be happy for her, but I am going to feel hurt and it will change how special the place feels to me. She said I am emotionally blackmailing her over a greenhouse. So now she thinks I am selfish and dramatic. I think she is steamrolling my one carefully chosen wedding thing. Our mom keeps sending heart emojis like they are sandbags against a flood. Objectively, I know I do not own a building full of plants. Emotionally, I feel like I planted a flag there first and she is setting up her tent 3 feet away. AITA for wanting my wedding venue to be just mine, at least within the same calendar year and immediate family? Update: am I wrong for being angry with my sister for copying my wedding? So, the greenhouse saga continued to photosynthesize. After our last argument, Lily went ahead and paid a deposit on a spring date at the same conservatory. Same venue. Same koi with their ancient, judgmental eyes. Her wedding would be about 5 months before mine. I found out not from her, but from our mom, who tried to present it like a weather update. Sweetie, just so you know, Lily did put a deposit down, but everything will look so different in spring. I cried in my car in a grocery store parking lot next to a cart return. Very cinematic. A seagull watched me like I owed it money. I didn't talk to Lily for about 2 weeks. Not silent treatment, just nothing nice would have come out of my mouth, and I didn't want to say something I couldn't unsay. During that time, Sam gently suggested we talk to the venue about changing up our layout so things would feel more distinct. I stubbornly said, why should we have to change? We were first. Which, fair, but also not solving anything. Then the venue coordinator called me. She had clearly stepped into sister wedding diplomacy and deserved hazard pay. She explained that Lily had shown her photos of my Pinterest board because we have similar taste and asked if they could replicate certain elements. Reader, I saw red. Botanical red. Rose garden red. Instead of rage texting Lily, I asked the coordinator to set up a joint meeting with both couples. I figured if we were going to share a glass plant palace, we needed boundaries. We met at the Conservatory Cafe, surrounded by ferns silently witnessing our nonsense. Lily looked nervous. Her fiancé looked like a man who just realized he married into a sequel. I told her calmly that I wasn't trying to control her wedding, but it hurt that she was using my exact ideas. I said the venue was one thing, but copying the layout, the hanging lights over the pond, even the same caterer felt less like coincidence and more like wedding, the reboot. To her credit, Lily started crying and said she didn't realize how far she'd gone. She admitted she felt behind in life compared to me, and when she saw our plans all beautifully put together, it felt easier to step into that than start from scratch. She said it wasn't about stealing, it was about panic and wanting something she knew would be lovely. That took the wind out of my indignation sails a bit. We ended up making a literal list of wedding identity boundaries, which sounds unhinged, but helped a lot. Lily's wedding will be bright spring colors, more casual, daytime ceremony, minimal decor because the flowers will already be exploding everywhere. No hanging lights, no pond setup, different caterer, different layout. Mine stays evening, moody, lots of candles and string lights, ceremony facing the glass wall instead of the water, and the dramatic fern corner remains my sacred photo zone. I am only half joking. The coordinator looked visibly relieved, like she had just diffused a floral bomb. The bigger shift happened later. Lily and I went to lunch, just us. No venues, no plants, no Pinterest. She told me she has always felt like I glide through big life events while she scrambles behind me. I told her she doesn't see my behind-the-scenes meltdowns because I tend to spiral privately with snacks. We both apologized. Her for bulldozing. Me for shutting down instead of telling her earlier how deep the venue meant to me emotionally, not just aesthetically. Here's the part that surprised me. A few weeks ago, Lily asked if she could come to one of my DIY decor nights. Past me would have suspected espionage. Current me said yes. We ended up sitting on my living room floor assembling tiny place card holders and laughing about how absurd this whole thing got. At one point she said, "I promise our weddings will feel like sisters, not twins." That actually felt right. Our extended family has calmed down now that there is no active plant-based Cold War. My mom is thrilled and has resumed sending only normal amounts of heart emojis. My dad is still unclear on the difference between ferns and palms, but remains supportive. Do I still wish I had the venue all to myself in family history? A little. But I also know that years from now, the story of how we both got married in the same glass garden might feel less like theft and more like a weird, sentimental footnote about two stubborn sisters who had to grow up a bit before walking down very similar aisles. So, I don't think she was trying to steal my moment. I think she was scared of not having one. And I think I was scared of losing something that felt uniquely mine. We are both still getting married in the plant palace. The koi remain neutral. Thanks for all the perspective. Turns out the real greenhouse was the emotional one we built along the way.